Diaries. So today's video will be another styling video. By the way, if you watch my previous video, this little style that I did at the end has lasted me. This is my third day and I didn't have to restyle it. I would just put a satin scarf at night, so yay to low manipulation. So yeah, today I will be doing wash and go. I have some time on my hands and I just felt like experimenting and having a bit of fun with my hair. And the primary styler will be the Anjaki's Don't Shrink. It's like one of my favorite gels. And my base will be the Anjaki's Not On My Watch Instant Detangling Therapy. So I haven't used this as a base on my wash and goes before. I tend to use this as a base, the half and half. But yes, I will be trying these today and I'm off to just do my wash day. If you're interested in seeing how I wash my hair, I will leave a link in the description box because I'm using the exact same pre-poo, cleanser and deep conditioner. And then once I'm done with washing my hair, I will get back and we shall do the actual wash and go.
Hi, so yeah, it was now time to start the wash and go process. So I just got a generous amount of the Not On My Watch Instant Detangling Therapy. So I was using this as a leave-in conditioner, and like I had mentioned before, it was the first time. I usually like to use just water or a very liquid leave-in, but I was like, you know what, it's really cold right now, so where I live it's been quite cold and I wanted something, just thicker. Plus this stuff on its own just gives my hair so much slip, whether wet or dry. So I thought it would be, I wanted to see how it would fare with the wash and go. So yeah, I just applied a generous amount and then I went in with a wide tooth comb to detangle my hair. Then I parted it to make smaller sections. So this is the first time I've actually really taken the time to do small sections and whatnot with the wash and go. I was putting in 100% effort to this. So yeah, it was now time to add the gel. So I was just smoothing. Is it smoothing or smoothing? No, it's smoothing. So I was smoothing the gel onto my hair and I used a lot of gel. By the way, I have very thin low density hair, so it's like fine strands of low density hair in case anybody is wondering. And I was just so I would try and smooth it and then work it in to spread it out, and then I even split it further. And this is the first time I've used a Denman brush, and I will explain this method later. So usually when I do wash and goes, I like to smooth and rake my hair. But I had seen this old video of the Glam Twinz. In fact, I had watched that video way back and it was just absorbed into my mind, but I'd never tried using a Denman brush to define my hair. So Kelsey, she's one of the two of the Glam Twinz, she showed us the correct way, quote unquote, to use a Denman brush, and she says you put it on your hair horizontally and then twirl it to define your ends. Now at the time I was like, I have no business taking wash and go advice from the Glam Twinz because they are very curly, thick type 3 hair, whereas I'm mostly 4C with kinky strands. But she was right, she was actually right, and doing that with the Denman brush actually clumped my ends. And then the next thing that I did here, which is something I've never done before, was shingling my hair. So for shingling, I got that tip from a 4C natural called StarPuppy. So if you want to further clump your hair and make your wash and go last as long as possible, where your hair is actually separated, she shingles her hair. So where you twirl the roots. So with the Glam Twinz, the Denman brush is supposed to be focused on the ends of your hair, and you kind of twirl it inwards. I'm sure you'll be seeing the method later on as I go, but it's just to focus on your ends. It's just that my hair is short, so it looks like I was brushing everything, but the focus is just on your ends. So yeah, once again, there's already gel on my hair, so you get the Denman brush horizontally and then bend, flip it over, just to clump your ends. And then StarPuppy says you twirl your roots and then separate individual strands of hair. So depending on how much time you have or energy, you can actually make much smaller sections. It's just that I'm lazy and impatient, so I made large sections, but you can even go smaller. And yeah, that is how the back was looking. So if you aren't new to my channel, like you know how it is with my hair, I have multiple curl patterns. So now I'm showing you the side, which is far more kinky than the back. So I would just spray my hair with water each time I was working on a new section to make sure it was wet. Then I would go in with the knot on my watch and apply it. And then detangle my hair with the wide tooth comb, and then make smaller sections before smoothing the Don't Shrink gel onto my hair. And applying, you know, more to the ends if I felt that they didn't have enough product. And then I would get the Denman brush and then brush it upwards, flip it, and then smooth it down. So focusing on the ends to clump them. And it actually worked. Like I actually feel like it really was clumping my ends. And then I'll just go in and twirl my roots to further separate my hair. That was the method that I used for this wash and go. This is what the back was looking like. So once again, I would just smooth gel over my strands, apply more to the roots and the ends if needed. And then use my Denman brush. So for this part, like I realized that I had forgotten to probably like detangle properly. So so there's the method I was talking about. So I first tried to get rid of those knots I was feeling. Then I went in and then flipped the brush upwards to clump my ends. And then just twirled individual sections, which is what people call shingling. Yeah. This is what most of the back was looking like. Now I moved on to the front, which is also its own its own curl pattern or texture. And the front is like the lowest density for me. It's like there's 2 strands of hair in the front of my head. This is what it was looking like. My hair at the very end. So previously, like once I would be done, if I was using like the smoothing and wrinkling method, I would always like douse my hair with water to shake it, but I did not apply any additional water because I had already done, you know, like the job of clumping my hair as I was separating it, you know, individually, but I still gave it like one last shake just to, you know, I guess have everything, you know, like setting in formation, if that makes sense. But yeah, I just shook it a bit without adding any extra water, and this is what it was looking like.
Okay, so at this point I really wish I had a hooded dryer or access to a hooded dryer, but I don't even have a blow dryer. So I will have to sit and wait for this to air dry. I know it won't be dry even by tomorrow, so today is a Sunday, by the way, Sunday afternoon. And yeah, I will probably wear this in a fro hawk and the like, but I just wanted to have like wash and go hair, even though I know I will style it, you know, differently. It won't lay like this for work, but yeah, that is right now. I will check back in like right before going to bed, so you can see what it looks like when it's been air dried for maybe 6 or 7 hours, and then yeah, we'll continue from there. Alrighty, so it's been about 4 hours, not even 6 or 7 like I'd mentioned, and my hair is still very wet, like very wet, but I'm really tired and I want to go to bed. I'm not sure if I'll end the video here. I feel like if you tried this wash and go, like I'd said, if you have access to a hooded dryer or a blow dryer, you could just like blow dry or diffuse the roots, but I'm really happy with, yeah, like the way it looked. Like if I had somewhere to be, this would be a cute hairstyle, and I'll just sort of shape it somehow. And the only reason why it has movement is because it's still wet. Yeah. If you can hear noise in the background, it's like campaign trucks. I'm sorry for the elections, but yeah, this is what it's looking like. So for all the 4C wash and go peeps who came to watch the video, I hope it was kind of useful. Today was the first time I'd used the whole Denman brush, and then it was this shingling method, so I think it helped. I don't think my hair has ever been this defined, if you know you're into definition, but alas, I shall go to bed and figure out what I'm going to do with this hair tomorrow, which might be another video, who knows. But yeah, I'm just going to put on a satin bonnet and go to bed. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.
So for bed, on this first night, because my hair was still wet, I just kind of threw my hair to the front of my head and then tucked it in that manner. It's kind of like pineappling without pineappling, if that makes sense, just so like, you know, like the bulk of my hair could rest at the top and help me retain that definition. So this was the next day, and I guess officially day 2 of me having this hair, and it was still wet, well, damp at this point. Like I knew it wasn't going to be dry by the next morning. And just to help mold my hair, I sprayed it with a bottle that, you know, kind of mists it and not necessarily wets it. So I would just go over and mist it with water, and this just helps kind of loosen your hair, and it will help you shape it. And then I got some oil. You don't have to do this step, I'm just obsessed with oil. So yeah, I used the soft lullaby. It's a very light oil, and I just scrunched it into my hair. So you probably won't believe this, but I was kind of mad at how much hang time I was getting with this wash and go. Like it had been a while, and I don't know why, for some reason I was expecting like maximum shrinkage, because that would make my thin hair look more voluminous, and then I really wanted a shrunken fro hawk with like wash and go type of curls. So I was kind of mad that I was getting so much hang time, so I couldn't do the fro hawk that I had wanted to do. So I just humbled myself, and I was like, you know what, let's just put this in a high puff and call it a day, because I actually had to go to work that day. I was like, don't overthink this. Just throw it in a high puff. But the plan was to do a fro hawk. So yeah, I just got a bit more oil. Again, like you don't have to do this. So that method of shingling, like, it does work. Like, it actually, yeah, I think it gave me length. Like, it actually gave me length, even despite the fact that I'd slept on my hair, because your hair is separated and stretched. So yeah, here I'm just showing you that I was using an old headband that comes with like those metal clasps, but I'd taken off that metal clasp just so I could use it as some sort of elastic to pull my hair together into a high puff. So yeah, this is now how I do my high puffs. This is like the most common thing that most naturals do, but I didn't want to take it for granted that everybody knows how to do a high puff, so here I am with like a short tutorial for those of you, yeah, like who may just not know how to do a high puff. Like, you know, it happens. Like anybody else who's watching this, please, like there are people who've never done a high puff, so don't, you know, roll your eyes. So yeah, you kind of just want to hold the front and kind of shape your hair, so you keep pulling it up slowly in the back, and then so like once you pull it up, you also pull the two strands at the front to kind of tighten, you know, your hold or your grip. And then once you're satisfied with the placing of the high puff, you can then secure it or tie your string or whatever you used, and then tuck it in, and then kind of fluff or shape your fro hawk to look a certain kind of way. Yeah, whatever makes you happy. So I actually like doing high puffs with wash and go hair, even though, like I said, it wasn't the plan, but since we're here, it it always looks like a hairpiece. You know how like sometimes you can buy like an afro puff that you can use as a like a high pony type of scenario. So yeah, it's quite cute, except it's your hair. So that's, yeah, that's really cool. So I do like this style as well, though it does cause tension on your edges, so it's not something I would do all the time. So yeah, this was me at the end of that day, and I just wanted to show you what my hair looked like fully dried. Of course, it had lost some definition, which is something about wash and goes and kinky hair, or just wash and goes in general, you guys. Like, never compare someone's dry wash and go and then apply like gel to your hair and think that your hair is going to dry the way it looks when, you know, when it's wet. Like, somebody's dry haired wash and go should not be the same as your wet wash and go, if that makes sense, because our hair just shrinks and gets shorter and the curls get less, like, look smaller basically. So yeah, I don't know if that makes sense, but yeah, this was now 2 days later, and I just wanted to show you what the high puff was looking like later. So the more days that went by, so with each day where I had to spray like a bit of water to just reactivate the gel, I noticed that my hair was flaking slightly with the two products I had used, which is unfortunate. I mean, it wasn't like a major snowstorm type of scenario, but if you were standing next to me, you could see the flakes. Like, they were kind of visible, like they were definitely there, like if you're standing right next to me. But yeah, the gel did hold up in terms of, like I guess the high puff definition. So every morning what I would do was just spritz my hair, or mist it rather, with some water, shake it off a bit, and then yeah, so that's what it was looking like. And then I would get a bit of some oil, and once again, like do you see how, like kinky my hair has looked? Like, wash and goes, well, like when they're wet are very deceiving. So just in case anybody might have caught feelings and thought, I'm not 4C or whatnot, or 4B, yeah, here you go. So yeah, I would just brush my hairline, and then this is the edge control that I used just to yeah, just kind of sleek up my edges, but it's not necessary. By the way, I will list everything that I use in the description box, and if anybody's interested in the 2 videos I had referenced from the Glam Twinz and StarPuppy, I will add those as well. Yeah, so you can just check the description box. Then yeah, I just used a brush to smooth that edge control in. And then I would just do the exact same thing. So this was day 4. and what my hair was looking like, though granted at this point it's slightly damp. Then I'll just brush the back as well. That was the finished look. So today is today is Sunday, and honestly, like, I still have this, like, I'm yet to wash my hair. But yesterday, the next clip that you're about to see, so yeah, this was yesterday and day 7 of me having worn this wash and go, and this is what it was looking like. Like, it still looked okay, and that's the thing with high puffs with a wash and go, or even just like without a wash and go. Like, you can wear a high puff for as long as you want. Like, it's the best lazy natural type of hairstyle, though it's really it's not the best for your edges. So this isn't something I would do week after week after week, but once in a while, you know, it serves its purpose. So yeah, this is how my wash and go slash high puff, you know, lasted for a week. And yeah, I guess I will end my video here. Thank you so much once again for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.